Hey everyone, this is my reaction to the 8th episode of Hunter x Hunter. Last episode, we're on a blimp, an airship of some sort. We're on our way to the next exam. Phase 3, I believe, is up next, because Phase 1 was the adventure through the tunnels and swampy thing. Phase 2 was the gourmet stuff, and yeah, we should be up to Phase 3. Which, I expect might be a fighting-related thing, because we haven't got a lot of that for a career exam it does require a decent amount of fighting, unless you do something very special, like specializing in something, and even that still requires some fighting, killing ingredients and stuff. But anyway, the point is I'm expecting to have some part of it where we punch each other. That's basically what I'm saying. So that may be in the next part, it may not be. We'll probably find out in this episode, though. So let's just get into it. 3, 2, 1, play. But yeah, last episode we got a bit more in depth with a certain character named Netero Isaac, I believe. And he seems like a pretty cool guy. I'm glad that Killua didn't end up killing him. Whew. Run, Kurapika, run! Run, Leoria, run! Skateboard, Killua, skateboard! He's too cool to be running like the other... Oh, never mind. He can run too. I guess he had enough of the skateboard. That's what happened last episode. Gon got a pretty solid hit on them. And, made him use his right hand. Ouch. I just never seen a kid look so happy after having his head slammed into a wall. Oof. Be sure to sleep until we get there, Gon. Decision by majority. So, democracy, kind of? What is the destination, though? You woke him up. I hope you're happy. Are you a bug, Gon? Well, that's a really cool location, though. Makes sense why we rode an airship there. I'm curious, but this could be where, martial arts tournament happens. You don't need a lot of space for that. Trick Tower. Like a Sakura trick tower? Okay. Sounds simple enough, but that could be misleading. Oh, those eyes. Looks like we have a nice cast of characters here in this monitoring room. They'll probably need it. Yeah, they are really high up. Just ride your skateboard down, be fine. We're not normal people here. We're the best of the best. We're aspiring hunters. He's gonna fall, isn't he? Probably for something he doesn't expect. I doubt that somehow. I think you're meant to be an example of what this entails. Wings flapping? A pterodactyl, perhaps? Or it's, you know, that. Well, I think we learned a lesson there. It's not as simple as rock climbing. Well, now that the example's out of the way, let's be careful, guys. That is a big tower. Wonder how good the phone reception would be up there. Huh. So... yeah, apparently they found some way down. It must be pretty subtle if nobody noticed other people going through it. Did you find it, Gon? Because if anybody would find it, it would be Gon. There you go. Huh. Well, get to it then. Oh? Why? Oh. Maybe some of them are bad. Maybe some of them lead to bad things. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. I don't know why I couldn't think of a good word for it. Huh. I guess that explains why people then just like follow other people. Makes sense. Phrasing, Kurapika. No hard feelings, right, Theoria? Luck is also a skill, yes. I wonder who will have the easier time. Because you can probably make it eventually in anyone you take, but some of them are probably easier than others to test that luck skill, you know? Oh, come on, dude. You were the only one that didn't stick the landing. Oh, what? Uh, okay, never mind. Apparently I was wrong on that. What was the point of the different doors? I guess the groups could stick together but not be followed by other people. I didn't see that coming. I was a little bit taken aback. Will of the majority to reach the goal. I'm glad he can read that language. Because I can't. Huh. Huh. Well, that's a problem. Well, maybe we're a group of 5. Okay. Well, that should be fine. We're a pretty good team. That's the biggest problem. Who knows what the final person will be? Like, I imagine it'd be Hisoka because that would be the most interesting development, and it would give him more screen time. But we'll see. We will see. I mean, it makes sense. They commented on the fact that there was 5 nearby, so Some people probably could have guessed that kind of development. I just didn't think about the fact that there was 4 of them. Well, we're bored. At least you have a skateboard. Yeah, what would you do then? Would you just be stuck? Because it wouldn't really be your fault. Think someone might be coming. It's Morse code. Yeah, that's not Hisoka, which makes sense. Hisoka wouldn't be that slow to figure it out. He probably went down a hole before they did. But of course they're with this dude. That's exactly who you want to be as your 5th person. You know. But yeah, he's gonna be a problem. Of course. Of course. Do you really have to ask? You're so full of it. Just beat you up and take your watch. Like, take the arm entirely. Yeah, I'm telling you, you're full of it. It will matter at some point, I'm sure it will. He's going to screw us over. But once the answer's a little bit less obvious, he can do some real harm. You know, I thought the same thing, Killua, but I know there's going to be a time when you guys are divided on something, and he's going to make the difference to screw you over. I could just sense that's going to happen. Especially after you said that, that pretty much confirms it. Can we just, you know, go down neither? Maybe just have a nice camp here. See, that was more than 1x. We're already starting that. Okay. Well, it's not the worst logic I've ever heard, but hopefully it works out. Okay, this looks like it'll be a bit harder. Whatever happens here. Enemies. That explains why we saw them before. We might actually have some fight in here. Cool cups. Looks like the prisoners get to fight. Good for you. And then a brief intermission. It's such fluffy hair, I just kind of want to mess with it. I don't want to mess with Goen's hair because it would just stab me and make me bleed. Well, yeah, that was obvious. Hiring prisoners as examiners, what could go wrong with that? Okay. What do we do? I don't think What's-His-Face could fight too well. 16. I'm sure you do. Of course not. Wow, that's a motivation. We already lost a lot of time, so it's not good. Well, maybe not a lot of time, a decent amount of time. I guess in the grand scheme of things, it wasn't that much, but... Wow. You need a lot of reduction for that to matter. Something to worry about. Really, I'm actually kind of surprised. I doubt your sincerity, but go for it. For good reason, sir. For very good reason. Yeah, we'd much rather you put us behind to begin with. I think it's more likely that he would just assume the first one would be the weakest one because that's kind of an anime trope, you know? Like, you defeat it back, it's like, I'm the weakest of our group, wait till you fight those guys, you know? If you've seen a lot of shonen battle anime, you probably know what I'm talking about. But that's generally how these things go. Like, almost always. And if he's genre savvy, he might know that. I think there might be a bit more to it than that. He's not that good of a person. But it'll probably be obvious eventually what his game is. Classic. I don't think you want to hear that. I Did we get to agree on that? Like, vote on it? Or I guess he just has to decide. Actually, now that I think about it, they could both just stand there forever and delay, and they both would have reason to do that, so that's also a possibility now that I think about it, so that might be his play here. Because they just get points for delaying, that's all they need to do. And he can delay to screw them over by delaying too, because he's just a jerk like that, so I think that might be what his play is. He can just stand around making fancy poses for hours. Well, they seem to look like they're fighting, so maybe not. Or you could just do that, you know. That works too. There goes my theory. Right up in smoke. I still liked my theory, though. You wish. Well, these guys don't really want to win, they want to delay. So I think he preferred to actually fight. Okay, well, not too surprising. Would that make that much of a difference for you? Somebody just hit him, please. Thank you, Leorio. Yeah, he's a scumbag. Cowardly scumbag. I don't know why you're that surprised, Leorio. Do you really have nothing better to do with your life, man? Seriously. You are a you are a horrible, messed up individual. Do you know that? Like, were you just not spanked enough as a child, or what? Well, then you won't mind us pushing you off and having you die. No, let him continue. One punch doesn't take that long, okay? Just one punch and we can move on. You're a dark kid, you know that? I don't think that's the case. You had a very different change in face when he said that. But I do agree with Killua there. It was probably for the best that he didn't stay in the ring. Because there are several ways that could have went poorly for us. Cereal bombings. We're already one down, so... we can afford to lose one more, but none others. Really going? I figured you'd go last. She really doesn't. I actually don't know if that's a guy or a girl, but... I'm leaning towards female, but... I noticed, but thank you for reminding me, narrator. Seto-kan. Yeah, I really can't tell. Guess I don't business my mouth that much. Okay. The show really does move at a pretty nice pace. Like, it doesn't feel like they're rushing through anything, but at the same time, it doesn't feel like they're dragging too much. Like, they're striking a good balance for the length of show this is. I feel like I said that before, but I do like that a lot. Because that was a big concern I had with this show. Like, would it be like 15 episodes and we're still like, you know, on phase 1, you know? I wasn't sure how long they would spend on this. Because Naruto moved kind of slowly. Slower than this show, if I remember correctly. Okay, that was the, you know, the 8th episode of Hunter x Hunter. And this episode, we're definitely ready for phase 3, which is cool. We just kind of went to this big tower thing, and, you know, the object was to go down within 72 hours, which doesn't sound too difficult, especially for a self-proclaimed, you know, rock climber or whatever. But then they realized there was these birdies flying around, so that wasn't a good strategy. Not at all. We eventually figured out the trick was to find the hidden doors and go down, specifically in groups of 5, and then with majority roll you would just advance, really. Which is fine, but like, if you could climb the outside, would that still count? Like, imagine if somebody was good enough to where they could just climb and defend themselves at the same time and make it down. Would that still count, or would that just not? Because clearly they didn't, you know, disallow that directly. Otherwise that guy wouldn't have done that, so... I have to believe that that is allowed, so, like, what if somebody could fly, you know? They trained that much that they could just sort of fly down and dodge all the monsters, you know? And he just got down there, like, 20 times quicker than anyone else. That'd be pretty funny. I kind of wish that was the case, but probably not. Probably not. People probably saw the guy get eaten, like, okay, let's not do that. Let's find a different way down. Which is fine. But yeah, our 4 main guys, they all went down together. I thought for sure they would, like, right when they went to the hidden door, each of them would go on like a different slide and then just like go in a different room, and then they would all have a different adventure and each one would be a little bit different. Something would be harder than others. That's what I envisioned, but I was wrong. Just like I was wrong a lot this episode. They just kind of went to the same room. But they needed one more person. That was the big problem. The biggest problem with this exam for them is the fact that they needed one more person. And the fact that that one person had to be Tompa, the self-proclaimed rookie crusher that just gets off on ruining the hopes and dreams of young people, which is really screwed up, honestly. That's just no. He is truly the worst villain in this entire show. Hopefully Hisoka can kill him. That'd be pretty cool. That way he dies and none of our good guys have to feel bad about it. That'd be nice. I don't think Hisoka would mind doing so either. Also, I'm kind of curious what group Hisoka went into. I wonder how well he works together in a group. That'd be funny to see. I kind of want to see their adventure to the bottom as well, but we're probably not going to see that. Which is a bit unfortunate, but I would be happy with that. I also have been happy if Hisoka was part of that group, but it makes sense that he's not. He probably got down like 20 minutes before they did, you know? Because he's a pretty sharp guy, seemingly. And he has friends in this whole thing, so it's not surprising that he would find the hidden door before they did. But yeah, right off the bat, you know, Tompa's being a pain, picking the wrong answer. But we made our way to this area. I wonder what the other pathway would have been, because they had that decision where they went right instead of left, so I wonder what the left would have been. Would it have been the same thing but with different people? Probably not, because that's not very fun. So yeah, I'm curious what that would have been as well. But yeah, we finally got to an actual martial arts tournament sort of thing, which is cool. We're fighting as prisoners, though, not other contestants. That will probably be later on. Probably for the final round. I would assume it'd be for the final round. But this is a bit of a warm-up for that. Again, to actually see some hand-to-hand combat being one of the phase objectives, which is cool. We didn't actually get to see what any of these prisoners can do just yet. The one guy didn't get to fight because Tompa just gave up immediately. You know, to hurt their chances as much as possible. I still don't really see the logic of him going first, though. Like, I get that he wants to squeeze him over by quitting, but did that make much of a difference whether he went first or last or somewhere in between? I'm trying to think, but I don't think so. Because it just I mean, because of what Killua said, it's beneficial in the way that he just kind of, you know, he's out of the way. He's not a liability to us he's not as much of a liability as he could have been if he was just disabled in the ring and couldn't give up and just had to sit there forever. Like, it could have been worse. So, you know, there is that. But as far as from Tompa's perspective, I don't see what he really gained by going first. I mean, I guess so they would just, throughout the course of the entire event, be butthurt about what he did, I guess, rather than just, I don't know. I don't really get the logic personally. But it did upset them, so the point was made. I mean, I guess maybe it's a matter of if he didn't go first, they could have maybe lost before it was his turn, so he wouldn't have had a chance to do anything. You know, wouldn't have had a chance to do some damage to them. That's the only thing I can think of personally. But you know how much I'm wrong with this show, so. But yeah, I don't think I really have much more to say on it aside from they got some really bad luck with this exam. And I am looking forward to seeing what these prisoners can do. I definitely am, so there you go. Thank you for watching, and a special thanks to Cnouki for supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you consider clicking the like button and leaving a comment, because that's a great and easy way to let me know that people want more. If you want to do something big to help the channel, you can support me on Patreon and get nice benefits like early access to certain videos. See you next time.